Good morning, YouTube. So, I'm going to do another day of a life of an amateur bodybuilder. Mine's a little different because I do run a business. I run the gym. I train my personal clients. I train my athletes. And then I have online clients that I do programs for and, I talk to weekly also with check-ins and whatnot. So, there's I have a lot going on. Plus, trying to make sure I get my workout in, make sure my nutrition's on point, all that stuff. This morning, it's a Friday morning. We do pictures on Friday mornings. I hate it. Friday's the only day I get to sleep in just an hour or so extra. So I don't like getting up and having to really do anything. Now, I've got clients I've got at the gym, I've got to go, get to, but not super early. But now we got to get up early to take these pics to make sure that, we have our pics in so that our diet coach, Tyler Betson, who's out of Lexington, he gets those. Mel and I absolutely would rather do this about noon. Am I right there, dear?
Yes.
So Mel just went and did her cardio, but not a lot. She does just enough to get warmed up. She does stretches. She's so much better than I am.
No, I'm older. My joints hurt. I'm very stiff when I wake up in the morning. My joints are older, maybe.
How can your joints be older?
Because I have to warm up and I have to stretch before I start posing. If I don't, I will break in half.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
My shoulder will fall off.
I apologize.
Or I'll pop a hip episode.
I didn't know she was drinking this morning. I didn't know she was drinking.
That really helps my check-in a lot.
20 years of Highland Games and your joints are worse than mine.
Well, obviously you've taken better care of them because you can just pop right out of bed and start posing.
No, that's
on
called...
the other hand, need coffee, a little C4, and a warm-up.
No, I just pop up out of bed because I'm that ornery. So today is picture day, and we've got to get up a little, get going, put our skivvies on, send our pics in for our check-in, and then Tyler sends us back, what we're going to do for diet. Mine will be, I'm sure, I might have another calorie drop this week. Not drastic stuff, but just enough. Where Mel is in a let's gain some muscle phase, and Mel will get more food this week. So we're both going in opposite directions. Where last year, me and her were on the same, pretty much the same path. We're getting ready for that show. But anyways, that's what we'll start with this morning. Give you guys a full day of a look into the life of amateur bodybuilding and how much fun it is. So, that was our posing this morning. And I'm always a little out of breath.
My heart rate got to 110.
So, yeah.
Accurate or not. So
you're hitting these poses, and you're hitting them correctly. Takes a lot out of you. So, poses are done, and now we are getting ready to move on with our day. Here we go. All right, so we got our pics done, and now I can actually have a full cup of coffee. I'll drink my greens. I'll go through my whole ritual that I've already shown you guys once. I'm not gonna do that again. Taking all my pills and all that stuff. We don't want to do that before the pics. We want to give him a clear view of what we look like once we just get up in the morning and we don't have a lot of water or anything on us. I'll put some of those pics up in the video, just kind of show you guys. It won't be anything impressive, I can tell you that, because we're our worst critic. No matter, if you show me 10 spots that are better than they were last week, I'll show you 5 spots that aren't. And that's just the way we are, and that's the way we work. There's a good and a bad in that. A good is it forces you to keep working harder. The bad is you keep a negative vibe about yourself, and you don't really want that either. But you don't ever want to get complacent. You don't ever want to, and I never did in any athletic endeavor I ever did. I was never good enough. I've stated this before. The night that I won the national championship, in Highland Games, which was a big deal for me, I sat there and looked at the ways I could have lost, not the ways I won. I didn't really enjoy it. I was looking more at like I've got to get better. So when you're looking at these pictures and you're going through this stuff, you do want to be very objective, as far as, okay, this is what I need to work on, this is what I need to do. But at the same time, you also need to look at, all right, what I've done and what I've accomplished also, and be proud of yourself. Don't just stay negative Nancy on yourself all the time, because that is a bring down. So you just got to find that, kind of thing, that balance really. Now it's check-in. So I'll have a sheet and it has a list of questions and everything of what's going on, if I veered off the diet, if I cheated on the diet this week, what my weight is, how many weeks out we are, overall feelings, that kind of thing. And when I say overall feelings, not, my moody this week, but energy levels, did I have a bad week of workouts, those kind of things. And you want to be very honest on your check-in sheets. And I think Mel's going to talk about this a little bit later in another video about when you're sending in your check-in sheet, be very honest, because the more information that we have, the more we can process. I try to do a good job of, usually letting him know here's what's going on, but without giving away, too much information. So, you don't want to, be sitting on there giving away every single little, detail of everything that's, it just doesn't matter, So give as much information as you need to. And if you don't give enough, then you can't really expect a lot of feedback from that. So that's just a little hint. If you're doing a check-in sheet for somebody, make sure you're giving enough information. All right, we're just about ready to head over to the gym. I've got clients this morning I'm training, and then after that I have to train. And then today I actually have a fascial stretch therapy session. It'll be my first one. Just trying to get some spots loosened up, so we'll go through all that later.
Series of counting cars.
All right, so part of my day I didn't kind of plan on was truck broke down. My Highland Game truck broke down on me, so I will also do 4 or 5 events a year where I put on a Highland Game. And on the way back from Indiana this year, about 2 weeks ago, I actually had the truck break down. Thank God for AAA. Been a member for, 20-something years. Word. Got towed back, and then had to figure out what was wrong with the truck. It's an F-150. That's the first thing. It's a Ford. But it's my Highland Game truck. It's heavy duty. My poor Toyota just couldn't take it anymore. The little 4-cylinder. Just couldn't do it anymore. It's got 305,000 miles on it. Still runs like a scalded dog, but it's really hard when you're trying to, pull stuff, put a bunch of cables and trees on top of it and a bunch of other crap. But anyway, so I got my truck back today, so I had to run and do that. That's kind of cut into what was going to be my workout time. And then I've still got to get ready to go work out here just in a little bit. So again, just part of your day that you don't know, kind of what's coming at you sometimes. You just got to kind of go with what's going on. So I never have like this set time. I hear these guys talk about, well, I work out at, 2 o'clock every day, and that's the best way to do it because of blah, blah, blah. I work out at whatever time I can find, because that's what works for me, because that's what has to work for me. And most people, we have busy lives, especially if you have children and other things, and they're playing sports and you're running around doing a lot of stuff with them. You just gotta make adjustments, but you still get it in. So my message on this part here is, no matter what's going on, no matter how crazy it gets, make sure and get it in. No matter how little or how much, make sure you get something in, all right? All right, so I ran home after I dropped my truck off and try to drink as much water as I possibly could, because I'm going to try and get this arm workout in here pretty soon. This doesn't happen all the time, but it is today, and I said I'm going through my day. Friday I usually try to catch up on everything. So we've got shirts that we're sending out to certain people. sending those out today. So I'm here at the post office. Going to mail those Dark Side Athletic shirts out to some people that had bought them. So just another thing you got to kind of deal with. All right, so that's 20 minutes of my life I'll probably never get back. One person working at the post office and about 8 people waiting in line. So it took a little longer than I wanted to. But, all right, we are on the way, headed over to my gym now, Dark Side Athletics. And we are going to get this arm workout underway, get it rolling. Take you guys through this today. A lot of other stuff I got to do today, so taking you through the whole kit and caboodle. All right, so I did just a few minutes cardio, get everything warmed up, a little ramp up. So I'll go really fast on the cardio and really spike my heart rate, bring it back down, spike it back up, bring it back down. That kind of wakes me up, gets me woke up to my pre-workout and kind of kick in. Then I like to get my elbows, shoulders, and everything kind of loose. It's that crap shoulder. So I'll go here, push down. So I'll end up with about 12 or 15 of those, going slow. Then I'll do another set and I'll go a little quicker. I'll lighten it up and I'll get a little quicker, try to get that quick pump in there. Just get the elbows and everything loose, get them rolling. Today, you're gonna see, this is a Charles Polkwin brainchild. I was lucky enough early on, in the early 2000s, I got introduced to Charles and bought all of his books and really liked a lot of stuff he did. So today I'll be doing, first thing I'll do, Smith machine skull crusher, because it's way easier on my shoulder than free barbell is. I'll do that with a 4-second eccentric and about a 2-second concentric. You'll never see me go all in lockout. I want to kind of keep pressure on that the whole time, getting that tricep, blown up. I'll do about 6 or 7 reps there. Racket, I'll go over, I'll do my Titan Fitness seated dip machine. Same there. It's going to be a 4-second up, about 2-second down. And I'll get, 6 to 8 reps there. Then I'll go back to the Smith machine and I'll knock out again. I'll knock out the 4-second down, 2-second up, keeping that tension on that tricep the whole time. So it's a triple set of those. My first couple of sets I just used kind of as a warm-up set. In my last 3 sets, I really, will try to get into those, get a little heavier, get after them. Making my very last set the hardest set, which if you've done online training with me, you've heard me talk about the third throw mentality. So whatever your last set is of everything, it's got to be the best. It's got to be the absolute best. And I came up with this when I was throwing Highland Games. Is your third throw, you want it to be your best throw. You want that very last throw you make to be the absolute best you can do. So I've kind of taken that approach with my lifting. So that third throw mentality, or third set mentality, you can take it either way you want. So you just want it to be your best, hardest, biggest push, everything you've got out of that one. So here we go. All right, here's my final set of this arm workout. And in classic fashion, I wanted to do a Smith machine skull crusher today, and my shoulder said no. So I changed that. So I'm using a slingshot because my shoulder hurts when I get down here and I get that lot of pressure there. So the slingshot alleviates that pressure and I'm able to push back out. Now, if you don't have a slingshot, that's fine. You could do reverse band and that would kind of give you the same thing. It lessens the load at the bottom if that's where you're having your joint pain at, and that's where I do mine. My shoulder is completely bone on bone and will need to be replaced at some point, but I'm just trying to stave that off as much as I possibly can. So I'm doing a close grip here, and you'll see me try to go till just about absolute failure. I'll pop up, I'll do my seated dips. You'll see that slow and controlled almost to failure, and then I'll pop back down, and I'll probably only get 3 or 4 reps on my Smith machine again. But so here's what that looks like. This will be my final set right here. So, pretty shot at the seated dip. Probably should have taken just a smidge of weight off. But shout out to Dynabody. That's a great Smith machine right there. We love it. We use it for a lot of stuff here. But Smith machine gets a really bad rap, but honestly, it's not a tool in a toolbox. And as you get older, you start learning, hey man, I better start using this stuff because it's not that, hardcore deadlift, squat, bench every day crap whenever you start getting stuff to tear down, if you want to keep going. So don't sleep on the Smith machine. You can make it hard. That was my final set. Get ready to go into biceps now. All right, so we are joined by Darkside's famous and elite right here. These two people consummate bodybuilding more than anybody. I think you can see Kim's got her jug over there, so that's a definite bro indicator. They come in every day and make my ass hungry because they put their food in the microwave and I smell it as I'm working out, so I'm starved to death. So how are you guys feeling after the show?
Stuff.
So Kevin's got 8, Kim's 8, or a week. Y'all got a week left.
9 days.
Yeah, so they got 9 days before they're going to do another show. Just got done with nationals. Kevin wasn't happy with the way that went. Of course, he had about 20 things go wrong, which is never good. But super proud of these two, the way they work and the way they battle. So wishing them luck in 9 days. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so for biceps, what I'm doing is I'm doing a cable narrow grip reverse grip. Okay, and I'm holding 2 seconds at the top and then about a 4 to 5 second lowering phase. I'll go heavy enough that I want to get about 6 to 8 reps of those. Drop those, go right into a dumbbell Zotman curl, which is a supinated grip up, a pronated grip, slow down, twist, back up, bring it back down. And again, 6 to 8 on those, and then right back into the cable narrow reverse grip again, and then whatever I can get, hopefully getting 4 to 6 reps. And that last one, because my forearms will be shot and I'll be a little tired. So again, I'm going to run my first 2 sets are what I use kind of as a pump up, warm up set to get everything going. And then my next 3 sets will be my big working sets. My last set, of course, that third throw mentality, third set mentality, where I want to, really hammer away and get that in there. So here we go. All right, so final set coming up here. Probably 5 to 6 on this. Reverse. A little bit of stenosis probably going on somewhere in my upper neck area, because I'm a little weakness here in this arm, so I might feel it do a little. See it do some little wonky, but we give it a shot here. We'll go right into Zotman curls and then right back to that. So here's the series I ran. This is my 5th set, final set. It's gonna be my toughest one. So let's go. Maybe you can tell my Zotman's my wrist got weak, it was falling out. Again, quite a little stenosis up in my neck, kind of affects that nerve, kind of coming down that wrist. But it's just part of it. When you get older and you've been lifting for 33 years, just got a little stuff going on. You just find ways around it and keep going. You just don't want to quit, especially, since I got a show in 9 weeks and 11 weeks. Can't really shut her down. So that was my set there. Getting ready to go into forearms here next. I'll show you what we're doing there. Yep. All right, just got home from the workout, just left. Got my cardio in and everything. I'm now under a rush here. I've got about 30 minutes that I've got to be going. I need to get a shower and I need to eat. Now, normally what I would do is I would probably do cream of rice as my post-workout. And at the moment, I get 60 carbs and 40 grams of protein for my post-workout. Well, I'm going to be under a rush today, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use rice cakes. So these are caramel rice cakes. There's 11 grams of carbs in each one of these. So I'll do 3 or 4 of these. That'll put me pretty close. That'll put me at 44. And then what I'll use is my protein powder, which has, I think the protein powder I'm using right now has 3 or 4 grams of carbs in it. And I'll do probably a 1.5 scoop of that. So my carbs should even out pretty close to 60. If not, no big deal. It's close enough. I always like to stay just a shade under, just in case. My protein, I always try to make sure I'm hitting it for sure, right on the button. But with my carbs and stuff, I try to just to be on the safe side, because sometimes I might put a little splash of something in or not in, whatever. So what I'll do is I'll take my protein powder, put it in a bowl, and I'll mix it up with a little bit of water to kind of make it a paste, and then I'll spread it on my rice cakes and down those real quick. So it'll be a pretty quick process so I can get out of here, get my shower, do all that stuff, and then we'll talk more as we're on the way to my fascial stretching thing. So real quick, I'll show you this finished product. This is what I did with my protein powder. I just put just a little bit of water in there, made a little bit of consistency, and what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll spread it on my rice cake, and I'll eat those real quick. So just something real fast I can get down for this busy schedule. All right, so it's about, good Lord, I'm gonna be close. It's 1:50. I gotta be at my fascial stretching appointment in about 45 minutes. So got this a little tight, but just kind of stuff that happens throughout the day. Grab a quick shower. Showed you guys, had a quick, as quick a meal as I could in, and then headed up to get this in. So today was arms and forearms. So got that in, and with cardio. So that was my workout for the day. Went through most of my day. It's still going. Quick little blurb on stretching. So about 8 weeks ago, I had a new kid come in, and all of my kids stretch once we're done. We go through band stretches. They put the band on, and we go through stretches, upper body and lower body. So anyway, the kid comes in, and let me tell you that I've been having a lot of issues. The inside of my knee was really bugging me, and my right hamstring tie-in was really bugging me. So both of my knee on my left side and my hamstring on my right side, so it was really hampering my leg training. For one, I couldn't squat, and leg press was hard. I was having to wear knee wraps and everything else. Anyway, I lay down, and I'm showing this kid how to do the stretches. I went through all the stretches with him, and I was really stretching. I'm like, well, I'm already down there. Let me get to stretching. Get my stretch in, get up, and then that night, I'm like, my knee's not bothering me at all. Kind of moved around. My hamstring didn't feel the same. Felt better. So the next day, I looked at myself and I said, you're an idiot. What I went back to doing was static stretching. And you'll hear a lot of people say, oh, it's no good. Static stretching's junk. Don't do it. Blah, blah, blah. Waste of time. Just like, foam rolling's a waste of time. Everything's always a waste of time. Here's when it's not a waste of time. If it makes you feel better, do it. Pretty darn simple. You know what? You can science me to death how foam rolling or stretching will not help you. Here's what I know. I started stretching. My knees feel better. My hamstrings feel better. I'm now able to squat. I'm able to leg press again without knee wraps. I'm able to do all kinds of stuff I wasn't doing, and all I added in was stretching. I don't know. So it's almost like sometimes I hear people say, well, don't ice. Ice helps me. If I ice something, it feels better. Oh, but the science says don't do it, which I'm a big believer in science. However, I'm also a big believer in, hey, what works? So that's why I do a lot of stuff that I don't care what other people say. I could care less if, my peers are like, wow, other strength and conditioning coaches are like, man, that KO's really smart. I don't give a shit if you think I'm smart. You don't pay my bills. My athletes and my clients is who I am here to help. I don't care what you think of me. My job is to help the people that pay me to help them, and that's what I'm passionate about doing. And with myself, this is all I'm telling you. This is what helped me. So for a lot of you guys that are having a lot of aches and pains and other stuff, have you tried stretching? Have you tried foam rolling? Have you tried other things? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you're just sitting around being like, oh, woe is me, I'm hurting. Well, how about trying something and seeing if it works? All right, we're going to get up here to this fascial stretching, see how this goes. I'll give you my honest opinion on this too, because that's kind of what I do. I just I'm blunt, honest about stuff the way I think everybody should be. However, that's not always the case, so stay tuned. Well, just got my new diet plan and cardio plan this morning. Evidently, I must have looked awful because I got my new diet plan, which is straight keto. Now, let me explain to you all how my keto diet works getting ready for a show. Whole eggs, egg whites, chicken breast. I do have a 93% lean beef on there, and basically veggies, almonds, whole eggs. That's it. No cool stuff. No like cheese or anything like that on this keto diet. Because I always laugh at people like, I'm doing keto. Not like this, you ain't. And then it looks like I went from 6 days a week of 40 minutes of cardio, which is pretty doable, not bad, to now I'm at 7 days of 40 minutes and another 30 minutes 5 times a week, hopefully done in the evening. We'll see how that plans out, because usually by the end of the day I'm shot. So now I've got to figure out how to kind of plan this out through my day, because I don't want to do any of my workout stuff super early in the morning, because I'm awful to my clients. I'm just in a horrible mood all day because I'm tired. I start getting tired. It's going to be a pretty significant calorie drop also on this, so really just got super serious. So I got to wrap my head around this and figure out, how I'm gonna do it and whatnot. But it did get real fast, because I was on 180 grams of carbs, and I'll be on Zilcho now, and I won't have that first week. Usually on this keto is awful.
no energy whatsoever, especially when you've been, taking in some carbs. But I should be okay because I do most of my workouts and everything else fasted. So I should be okay. I'll mentally just, boom, I'll get it done. No big deal. It's one of those things where, and I told him, whatever you do on the diet, I'll do it. I do hate cardio only because it's so face melting, boring. Blech. I hate it. It's not because I hate doing work. It's just so dull. It's not like lifting. To where you got to be focused and everything else. Your cardio is just like which actually for me is a bigger challenge. Is trying to do the cardio stuff. Last year I think I tried to do too much. This year I'm backing it down to where I'll stick to a few things. I'll keep my heart rate up to where it needs to be, and we'll just go from there. So we'll see how it goes. It's just so hard trying to get all this in and doing all the stuff I do, but it's a challenge. It's one of those things where, I pick these challenges to do, and here we go again. So, all right, almost here to fascial stretching, so we'll get to that a little bit later and see how that goes. All right, so up here at Bishop Stretch Therapy, getting ready to go through. Alex and I have just been shooting a breeze for a little bit, and then getting ready to tell you how this is going to go. Okay, just got done here at Bishop Stretch Therapy. It's here in Louisville, and it's fantastic. Alex, I've known for a really long time, and he has done a great job on me today. Really, really loosened up this lat. I learned a ton of things today. Just him and I talking back and forth, and he and I kind of follow the same people. It's kind of cool. He knew about tempering, so I was telling him about, of course, Donnie Thompson's body tempering and whatnot. And he was he's very intrigued by that and likes it. But very, very good, very good. If you're an athlete or just an everyday person and you're having some issues, Bishop Stretch Therapy right here in Louisville, Kentucky is fantastic. So Alex, I really appreciate you, brother. That was good today. Now, there was a lot of touch and go moments there where I was in a lot of oh, wow. But, you almost have to be because you're getting in these kind of extreme stretch positions. But, again, I learned a lot of stuff today, and I always, when I go to things like this, I want to pick up stuff. I want to learn stuff so I can take back to my people. And I'll definitely be coming back, so we'll do another one of those. Now, heading home. It is 4 o'clock. So started our day this morning around 6, and I'll be going home now. Looks like I'm going to have to knock out 30 minutes cardio day.